Hello, how are you? Nice to have you here. I'm so glad you're connecting to each other. How is everybody doing? Thank you for letting me know where you're joining from. We've got New York City. Who else is in the room? Where are you from? Always put that in there. We've got California represented, Salinas, South Wales. Beautiful. Hello, hello. I'm representing Lanai, Hawaii. Hello. Germany's in the room. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to put some links in here. If you've been with us for a while, it's a global community that's been created and it's been given for free. If there's any way you can support this so we can continue forward giving it for free, please do. There's ways through PayPal and through Venmo. Please take a look at that, the links for that. You can search for business and then look for mindful living in LA, the Center for Mindful Living. So anyway, I want to know how you are for sure. San Jose, California, Chicago's in the room, Georgia. Hi, Gwen. Thank you. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. And please begin again, brand new moment, right? Always check in. What brings you here? What is your hope in being here? I ask this every time because every time that we sit down to do a practice, it's important to know why we're doing it. So intention is everything. Intention will determine the outcomes of anything that we're doing. So always be curious about that. And when I'm looking over here, I'm just looking at people in the chat box. Bermuda's in the room. Montana's here. Beautiful representation around the world. And our hearts connected around the world. Our humanity, the reality of being human is a truth as much as there is an interest in dividing us and imagining that somehow our interests are different. We all just wish to be happy. And we wish to love and be loved, to be seen, heard, and recognized in real ways. You know, I was looking at a quote the other day from Mary Oliver, the task at hand, the task of life, I forget exactly how she said it, was to be very interested and to be astonished. To be astonished and then to share that astonishment. To share that astonishment. Not the disintegration and the divide, but the astonishment of this life. As she would say, this one wild, precious life. All right, so let me know. Thank you, Sherry. Here to connect with others who are walking the path, trying to get on top of the anxiety and heading toward a peaceful life. So there's intentionality in there. So intention, as with Mary Oliver, is to move in a particular direction, to decide that, and then to do the things that will support that direction. So if your intention is to take things apart and divide, then you will do certain practices to make that happen. If your intention is to unify, you will do certain practices that will bring that unification. Astonishment. That's the word for today. I am astonished by this life. Astonished that I woke up this morning. Astonished that I have the ability to see. Astonished that the breath comes to me when I didn't even ask for it. Nothing that I can determine, nothing that I can make happen or prove, but I can pay attention to it. And by paying attention to it, by tending to this life, I can move it in a direction that might be generative, that might lead to some levels of happiness. So let's settle in. We are going to practice in all ways that will support this directionality. Please do what's good for your body, for your mind, for your heart, and see if you can stay on board. First, mostly because when we're doing something similar, in such separate geographic locations, we actually connect in such an amazing way. I guess it's like watching the Super Bowl, right? And so see what you can do that's similar to what I'm offering, but do please listen to yourself as well. First, imagine that we're in the room together. I'm hungry for this. I imagine you might be as well. Please imagine it. So you look at the names, or you imagine the people who have been right here practicing with you, that they're sitting next to you, and everybody's safe, no problem. Everybody's safe. And there's a sense of movement of heart, and there's a temperature really in the room. There's a warmth that starts to increase because of our connectivity. So you'll stop doing whatever distracted things you're doing right now, because that's just what happens when you're in the room with someone else. They matter, and your practice actually influences their practice. And so you look across the way, there's a big circle of us, and you look across the way and you engage eyes. You look into the eyes and offer each person a wish for their happiness. May you know the roots of happiness. May you know the roots of happiness. My wish is for you that you're well, that you're safe, that you're at ease. And I'm so happy you're here. Tell me everything. As Toni Morrison would talk about greeting the daughter. You know, wow, welcome. I am so glad to see you. As you are, you need to prove nothing. You don't need to clean it up. You get to bring your BYOB, bring your own body as it is. Bring your mind and all its confusions. I'm with you. I'm a human being too. I know what it's like. I'm so happy to see you. So use that imagination. And then begin to settle into your body, connected to other bodies, and begin to soften the eyes. And we've done this before, but we can begin to move just a little bit to allow this body to warm up. So moving into the left hip, back, and into the right hip, and forward. Just really listening to your body and coming in really close. So now we're going to narrow in from the outer to the inner, coming into this lower pelvic region. Really feel into that dear body, this lower pelvic area, the lower back, just breaking up a little bit of blockage of energy, moving in the opposite direction, just letting the weight move into one side and then forward, and now linking the breath to it. As you move back, you can begin to inhale. As you move left and forward, you can exhale. Letting this move up into the middle back, the upper back, the neck, really feeling into it, changing direction as makes sense for you, making sure that the breath is here. And all the ideas and the assumptions and the judgments get to be here. If it's something you don't like or it's unfamiliar, that's fine. And then there's just the sensibility of this moment. We're practicing to support the system, to move in that intentionality of true happiness, to remember ourselves. And the body primary in that. Unkinking all that blocked energy. A few more rounds. Be with the breath, the sense of it. Be with the movement. Slow and specific. And then allowing yourself to find that center point. Not too far left or right or front or back. The stillness. Allowing the chin to tuck. The lower back to move forward. And then feeling free to adjust and always needed so the body can actually rest in the alertness. The alignment. That there is a sense of ease. And dropping the breath into the body through the exhale. All the way down into the base of the body. Sit bones, perineum, tailbone. Feel it. Just like the base of a mountain. All the way down the legs into the bottoms of the feet. And noticing on the next inhale, the way in which the spine rises up. The expansion in the chest, feel free to allow the shoulders to move up toward the ears, back and down, and really opening this front side, this availability, this kind of yes. And now greeting yourself. How are you, dear one? Not my demands or expectations, but how are you? Let the stillness allow the listening and the letting. Contraction, expansion, levels of energy in the body, in the mind, thought, emotion. So be on the lookout for what's absolutely astonishing about this life of this body in this moment. The fact that your whole body has not collapsed, the intricate communication system that's allowing the muscles to do what they need to do. And that each different organ and system is in communication with the other, quite outside of your conscious, deliberate effort. And every exhale, allow the body to rest a little bit more into the trustworthiness of the support beneath you. So there you can begin to notice any part of you that might still be on edge. And enter that stable ground that does exist. Enjoying the beauty of all the life in you and outside of you. Things that go unrecognized because we're moving so quickly. Absolutely nothing perfect, but the imperfection of it all. So whatever's occurring for you, set down any demand and let yourself be exactly the way you are right now. Just giving the dose of the direction of mind and heart to possibly see what there is to be astonished by in your own body, in your own heart, and in the sensibility around you. And so if you get caught up, as we all do, that's the beauty of being human. And you can see it and you can sense the impact and find out where the body gets stuck and locked. And feel free to move it and then settle it again. And remember the touch of being here. Very simple. Not easy. The next exhale, let it move you. Notice it 100% as it moves down the spine, all the way down the legs and into the bottoms of the feet. The next inhale, notice it, the sense of it in the nostrils, the throat, the chest, the belly, expanding you. Imagining the movement up the spine, right into the chest and the heart area. And touch base there. Touch into this reality that another thing to be astonished by is that the heart is beating. And link for a few moments to that heartbeat, whether you sense it or not, it is. And link to it the breath, the sense of threading right through the heart, the inhale, and the exhale. Stabilize it very deliberately if this works for you. Maybe 6 seconds in, 6 seconds out. Let the softness of the jaw and the tongue and the smile begin to arise quite naturally as you imagine for just a moment something that first thought, best thought that comes to mind of a place in nature where you feel this expansion or this awe, this astonishment. Maybe it's a place you've been or a place you imagine. Being high up in the mountains and being able to have such a perspective. In the forest, on the ocean, wherever it is. And let yourself stand there with the wide open chest and the smile and the groundedness. Yes. Pay attention. And be astonished. And share it. Next exhale, landing right here now in the body. And in your own time, the next inhale, allowing the eyes to open. And don't run around too quickly. Just notice the impact. Not good or bad. Every practice is different. It's all collecting the data and learning to be with our humanity and to begin to direct it in particular ways that might be more sustainable, might be more generative. So there we have it. That is our practice. It's a delight to practice with you. Thanks for being in the room with me. I want to say I miss you. And I really appreciate you being here, not alone, connected around the world. Let me know how that was for you. And please do support here in any way you can. PayPal and Venmo if you can. It's been global for free global for many, many years. I want to keep it going. Good day to each and every one. Thank you so much. Hi, Colette. Very nice to have you in the room. You are welcome. Sweden, I missed you, Ted. Hello. To be present in my mind states, Andrew. How was that for you? I'm so glad, Jennifer. Good to hear. You're welcome. You are welcome. Centering. And whatever it was for you, just learn. Don't throw anything away. Everything becomes opportunity for learning. And that's what we're challenging, right? Not to be divided, not to simplify black and white, but to take in all the nuances and the possibilities from everything and everybody and everybody's perspective. Imagine that. Rivka. Hello there, Gwen. Intentions. You're taking that out of the room. Good for you. Astonishment reminder. That's what this practice is called. Thank you so much for everybody being here and everybody who shows up later. Keep on taking good care of your life, your one precious, wild life. Care for it moment by moment by moment, and you direct it. Don't be directed. All right. Oh, Ellie's saying the link for the donation is not working. Sorry to hear that. See if you can maybe copy it and take it into another browser. There you go. And reach out directly. See what we can do. All right, everybody. Astonishment. Hi, Nick. Oh. Ouch. That's a hard one, Nick. Say more on that. We can be astonished in ways that open us to the truth of human beingness, or we can focus on what breaks us apart. That's the choice. You're welcome. All right, everybody. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm with you always. Keep on practicing. Reach out as you need. Love to support you in any way I can.